Students of class 10th English Literature, today in our lecture 3 English medium lecture we welcome you. Today our topic is Socrates, that is written by Rhoda Parr. In lecture number 1 we came to know about the childhood and his physical appearance, and in lecture 2 we came to know about Socrates when he grew up. Now in lecture 3 let's see what happens. In lecture 3, we have given the title to this portion of the text, A Doubt of the People. Doubt of the people, what type of doubts are there? Let's see here. But although many people loved the old man and delighted in his wisdom, means there were so many people who liked Socrates, this old man, and delighted means, and they enjoyed and they felt good with Socrates and his wisdom, but there were some against persons, or you can say persons against Socrates, who didn't approve of him, means who didn't like Socrates. He taught that man's own mind influenced his conduct more than the gods. I mean to say, the teaching of Socrates was that the influence of anybody's actions are far more affecting to the future, to the luck of a man than the gods. Means a person's actions, a person's deeds are more important than gods in making or destroying the life of oneself. This seemed to some people a new and wicked idea, means this teaching was not liked by many people and they thought this a very wrong idea, very wicked idea, an idea of you can say based on not proper way. He said that there were higher and nobler deeds than making sacrifices. There was another teaching of Socrates. According to Socrates, making sacrifice and giving life of some living beings on the goddesses was not proper, and these sacrifices were given to Athens and other gods of Greece, means on different gods of Greece and the gods of Athens, many living beings were offered and their life were taken and their blood was offered to these deities, to these gods, and it was not liked by Socrates. Many people thought that he was leading the young astray, and the people who were against Socrates thought that he was misleading the young people on a astray, means on a wrong path. Questioning all that they had been taught, means to teach people whatever questioning was done by Socrates, made them believe that Socrates, filling their minds with doubt, that Socrates was filling the mind of youth with wrong ideas, and the people became doubtful. I mean to say, the teaching of Socrates were not liked by the people of Athens, and they thought that such teachings of not making sacrifice will lead the young of Athens on a wrong path. Now the men who were governing Athens summoned Socrates, means this news reached the people who were ruling Athens. Those people called Socrates to appear before them, means they sent a notice and demanded Socrates before them and to stand his trial, and filed a case on him. His friends, means Socrates' friends, begged him, means requested him to escape, means to go away from there or to hide until the storm had blown over. Means the friends of Socrates requested him to run away from there till all this happened to stop. But Socrates wasn't coward. He was a brave person. He knew that he had done nothing wrong, because it was the thinking of Socrates that he had done nothing wrong. That's why he went nowhere. He was brave and he was ready to face anything. He had done nothing wrong. He believed that he had only taught what he believed to be just, true, and honorable, and it was the firm belief of Socrates that he taught people whatever he thought was good, honorable, and just. So he went to the court himself without any pressure, with his own will. His clothes and shoes were dusty. As you know, he was a very simple man, so there was dust on his clothes and shoes. But the lovers of Socrates, the people who liked Socrates, knew that a noble heart beat under the shabby garments. Means there was no importance of garments or clothes on Socrates. The main thing was the soul of Socrates. A noble heart was beating under these shabby and dirty garments. He made a powerful and dignified speech. Means Socrates talked to the people in the courtroom. He told to the Athenians, and he talked to the Athenians that they would gain nothing by taking away the last few years of his life. Means it was the opinion of Socrates that the Athenians would get nothing from Socrates by saving him in his old age, but that he was willing to die many deaths for what he believed to be right. But Socrates was so stern on his thoughts, he was so strong on his path of truth, that he was ready to die such many deaths in place of escaping from the court. Students, in this way we came to know that Socrates was a believer in truth and noble deeds. Now we will come to know the next part of this chapter, rest part of this chapter, in our next video, lecture number 4. And thanks for watching this lecture. Keep on watching such lectures on oracy classes of English language, and please subscribe this channel to get yourself updated in literature and grammar.